A dreamer is a person that was striving for a law to be passed, but they're still undocumented. So during the aspects of the Dreamer movement, which is a federal movement that did not pass and it still hasn't passed, there was a large growing cry and really a battle cry of I am undocumented, unapologetic, and unafraid.
My name is Asher Miles, one of the reporters for the Valley Star, and today we are met with the coordinator of the Dream Resource Center, Javier Carbajal-Ramos. They specialize in assisting undocumented students. Thank you so much for meeting us, Javier.
It's my pleasure, Asher. It's my pleasure to be here.
How many students do you assist per semester?
So generally, we see about 300 students, and it's the dynamics of, they found their way to us. The campus actually has one of the largest populations of immigrants in the Horde District because of where we are, the situations, how we open our doors to individuals. But usually we see about 300 students. The dynamics of the campus is usually we have this number that is ever growing and ever shrinking because it is a self-reported information. Not until they feel comfortable do they actually let us know. But undocumented students at our center usually are about 300 per semester and about 700 per year.
And then what are your hopes and hopes for the future for the Dream Resource Center?
So our goal is to grow the program, to grow the service, to grow the opportunities for students that are not just from Latinx cultures, but also from Asian cultures, African cultures, especially every culture that represents within San Fernando Valley area, and then having them come into the campus and see themselves as part of it.
How do you assist people in finding resources, but then how do you also assist people in creating their careers?
So one of the things that I do within the center, and the work that a lot of our undocumented liaisons do, which is basically the MEs across the state of California, is that we try to educate students and get them to understand the dynamics of work. What does it mean to be a contract worker, and what does it mean to be an employee? In the United States, undocumented individuals can be contract employees. They can actually be journalists. They can actually be television stars, athletes. They can do anything that is a contract employee. They can own their own businesses. So by giving them an opportunity to understand how they can work, gets them that interest to continue their degree. But we also provide them resources through our basic needs services. So every undocumented student on this campus has the opportunity for the DRC to get their books paid for because they don't receive federal funding for their books. Right. And then we help them understand the requirements to meet the fee waiver eligibility requirements because they are eligible for those. And so again, depending on when the student comes to me, if they're coming to me and they just arrived, or if they're coming to me and they've made their lives here already, we look at where they are and then identify how quickly we can support them with their goal.
Why is it important that undocumented students receive funding? And then what is the return on investment?
So the important aspect of it is that these individuals play lives in our community. They are our neighbors. They are our fathers or mothers. And so one aspect of it, and really the humanistic aspect of it, is that these are individuals trying to live their best life. So by funding a center, we have an opportunity for one location to then funnel the information that is for them. So for example, the state of California puts a lot of money into the California Dream Act. But if nobody applies for it, then what's the purpose of it, right? And again, that fear of disclosure, having an entity on the campus that speaks the language, that looks and talks the language, gives that opportunity for the individual to feel more comfortable to apply to the resources that exist. Now, the political conversation is that these individuals pay taxes. They pay sales tax. This money goes directly into the Social Security funds, the school funds, the traffic that the streets that we play, but they do not receive any federal funding back. So in the sense, if we want to be egoistic, if we want to be selfish, we can easily say if we give them a better education, if we give them more opportunity, then they actually give us more taxes and they give us more resources. Now, that one's the wrong one to be able to use. The humanistic actually plays a better role into it, that these are our neighbors. But in reality, if we want to say, if our community wants to strive forward, then we need every individual to have access to an education and the bare need resources to just survive in our nation. If not, then we'll deal with other historical crises that we had in the past.
Thank you so much for meeting with us, Javier. We really appreciate it. We'll see you all next week, and make sure to like and subscribe.